All right.
Good?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll just
good.
have you say and spell your first and last name and give us your title.
Sure. Amanda Hernandez. I'm the Director of Communications for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. AMANDAHERNANDEZ.
Awesome. Did you want to start with just your statement?
Yeah, we'll just do a brief statement. So, TDCJ inmate Kidanny Robles was taken into custody about 3 miles from the Clemens Unit Trustee Camp in Angleton. After refusing orders to stop, he continued to flee and he was shot by a TDCJ captain in the arm. He will now face felony escape charges. So, little bit on the timeline there. We noticed him missing about midnight during our routine count procedures. After that, we started our normal protocols for during an escape, and we brought in our scent dogs. They were able to pick up a scent, and at that time, we also noticed, or we learned about him entering a home. And so then I'll turn it over to the sheriff to answer questions on that part of the timeline.
We can get your name at the end.
Sure. Chief Deputy Ian Patin, IANPATIN. So TDC called us about 12:59 a.m. to report the inmate missing. Deputies arrived and quickly coordinated with TDC guards and state police officers to conduct a search. It wasn't until about 9:30 a.m. where TDC employees discovered that the inmate had entered a home, which was occupied at the time. And TDC, at least, from what we know now, at least one TDC employee did fire shots and struck the inmate. The inmate was quickly taken into custody, given medical aid, and flown to Houston area hospital, where he is receiving treatment for his non-life-threatening injuries. Brazoria County Sheriff's Office will be conducting the investigation for the actions that Robles took while he was out of custody. The Office of Inspector General has already filed a felony escape warrant, and that is what he's being held on now, in addition to his charges that he was in prison for.
Are you all able to comment on how he got here, or is that a question for the the prison?
That will be investigated. We do, at this time, there is no information that believes that he had any assistance for his escape or how he got here.
Okay. Were y'all able to just track him all the way here with the assistance of dogs?
I don't know the details. I know dogs were heavily utilized. TDC dogs were heavily utilized in the search, and I don't know the details of what brought them to this address yet.
As for the home, on the people inside, are they okay?
Yes, they did not receive any injuries.
Oh, sorry. How much? So did the shooting happen inside or outside?
That will be investigated.
Okay. Any other questions from you guys? I had another question for the prison, but
sure.
I can imagine when inmates are out on this special duty, this is a privilege, I guess, to be out on work cruises. Would that be considered?
He was a trustee status, so he had served the majority of his sentence, and he had already been on parole and returned back to TDCJ. Mm-hmm. And so there's different factors to determine whether or not you're a trustee, but he was well within the classification to be a trustee.
Yeah. And so any idea how he might have slipped away, or any way you can comment on any of that just yet?
No, it's still under investigation at this time.
Awesome. You said about how long, are you able to say about how long from the time he possibly disappeared to the time it was realized?
Yeah, so we last saw him, we last know that we saw him at 10:30, and then count didn't clear at midnight. Mm-hmm. So that's whenever we noticed that he was missing.
Alrighty. Anything else you can say about the additional charges? I don't know if that's a sheriff question or if that's something, I forgot what you said about already charges being filed, and please forgive me for that.
That's okay.
Sure.
No, I just want to thank TDC and all the cooperating agencies that have assisted with us. We take this matter very seriously. We have several prisons in our county, and TDC is a great partner to work with, and
just really grateful for their support.
it is. Yep.
Awesome. How far away would you say we are from the prison right now?
We're about 3 miles.
Okay, so it's definitely something someone could have taken by foot.
that's speculation.
Okay.
I'm not ready to
talk about that. Okay, I'm asking a whole lot of questions.
That's okay.
Anything else either you think is important to add, or maybe upping security protocol in terms of trustees, or?
Yeah, so I would say at this time we think all of our normal protocols and processes were followed. So we think he just walked away. Being in a trustee camp is a little different than a normal prison, right? So we think that's just what happened. So we don't think it was necessarily anything with our protocols or processes. However, we will definitely continue to investigate and make improvements if needed.
Are you able to say if he was still in his jail uniform, his prison uniform?
Not going to talk about that.
Okay.
But I also do want to add, I just want to thank all of the local and state law enforcement agencies, our Office of Inspector General, for assisting us with this. So we couldn't do it without them.
Awesome. And then finally, just any thanks to the public for, I don't know, any participation or support they've given you all as you try to get to this. I don't know if how much of a factor they had in helping you track this guy down.
We appreciate them staying diligent. We always put information like this out on our social media channels. We always work with the local media to make sure we get this information out to the public. So we do appreciate them staying diligent and reporting any tips to our tip line.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to say in terms of that? Okay. Y'all got any more questions? All right. Thank y'all.